Notifications out. Hopefully this is not too loud. We'll figure out audio balancing in a minute. Punch counter, you say? Perhaps. Perhaps. Alright, I got my notifications out. I'm in gamer mode on Discord. I think we're good to go. All right. How's my audio? That's important. Because I don't want to be too loud. Okay? Once we get in the game, you can tell me how I sound compared to the dialogue. Let's check the options real quick. Volumes. If it looks about right. That's usually where I have it, is about 70% compared to my voice. Subtitles on. Hints, tutorials off, because I've played these before. Controls. Shoulder swap on. L2, R2. What kind of animal would flip their left and right stick? What kind of monster would do such a thing? I legitimately cannot think of a human being who would do this. All this looks pretty fine. Don't tell me you do that. Don't tell me you move with your right stick. Who? Yeah, okay, good. You're human. Like, this shouldn't even be an option. This is only for aliens and monsters. Anyways, we'll see where that sensitivity takes us. Motion blur, yes, definitely off. We can darken that up a bit. Yeah, that seems about right. Maybe right there for now. And everything's in English. Alright, it's got my old save from when I was trying this, to stream this last time. And I was like, I wasn't really feeling it then, but I'm feeling it now, so let's do this. Normal or hard? I usually am just a dedicated normal man, because I just like to get the experience. Besides, it's a cover shooter. Oh, you'd say hard. Oh, whoops. Hard? Yeah, why not? Sure. I usually prefer not to do anything higher than normal on cover shooters, just because hardcore gamer. I mean, the thing about cover shooters is that the gameplay loop is just so simple. It's just sit behind cover, and, you know, shoot the bad guys, and when your screen turns red, stop shooting the bad guys until your screen is normal colors again.
I'm here off the coast of Panama, where we just recovered what we believe to be the coffin of legendary explorer Sir Francis Drake, who was buried at sea over 400 years ago. Are you sure you want to be defiling your ancestors' remains like that?
Yes.
It sounds so dirty. Besides, thought you didn't believe me.
Well, I did do my research, and apparently Francis Drake didn't have any children.
Well, history can't be wrong, you know.
Science is a liar sometimes.
For example, you can't defile an empty coffin.
What the hell?
Shh, let him be right.
Devil.
What is it? Come on, hold it up.
No way.
Deal was for a coffin. That's it.
Wait a minute. If my show hadn't have funded this expedition, you wouldn't have...
You got your story, lady.
Look, Mr. Drake, you signed a contract. I have a right to see every single thing that...
Could you hold that thought? Sully, we got some trouble. Hurry it up.
Okay. What's going on?
Pirates.
Pirates?
Yeah, the modern kind. They don't take prisoners. At least not male prisoners.
Wait, what are you talking about? Shouldn't we call the authorities or something?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea, but we don't exactly have a permit to be here.
What?
Yeah, so unless you want to end up in a Panamanian jail, we should probably handle this ourselves.
Well, what's worse?
You obviously haven't been in a Panamanian jail. Do you know how to use one of these?
Yeah, it's like a camera. You just point and shoot, right?
Good girl.
Not quite.
How the hell they find us out here?
These guys have been tailing me for weeks. Thought I lost them.
So what'd you do to piss them off?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, it's showing these leaderboard things.
These guys don't like me much, do they?
Less talking, more shooting.
So I take more bullet damage, notice that right away.
They're climbing aboard!
Oh, no, you don't.
Am I not allowed to shoot these guys until they get on board? Very fun action movie.
Sully, where are you?
Rocket launcher.
So how is my audio balancing through that?
I can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
Okay,
I
good.
had everything under control until they blew up the boat. You all right?
Nothing that years of therapy won't fix.
Well, if it isn't the beautiful and talented Elena Fisher.
Flattery will get you screen time.
Yeah, I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Victor Sullivan.
For Christ's sakes. What do you say we get out of here before we attract any more attention?
I will say though that the whoever composed the music for the game,
Well?
Little present from Sir Francis.
Oh, so you found the coffin. Wait a minute, is this what I think?
killing men for treasure.
Drake's lost
Yep.
diary. He faked his death, just like I said, Sully. He must have been onto something big.
Yeah, well, let's just keep that between us.
Thanks for the loan, Mr. Drake. I think I've earned a look at that diary when we land.
Yeah, I will say though that whoever composed the music for this game did a very great job of emulating
Drake sailed into the Pacific,
Uh,
he took the Spanish fleet completely
John
over.
Williams' like
He
style,
captured their ships. He took all their
without
maps,
exactly like
letters,
aping on it, because
and he recorded
it's its
everything
own
in
thing,
his diary.
So this...
but it's not like
Got back to England,
John Williams
Wilson
light or
confiscated
whatever.
all of his
It's
charged
trying to be its own thing
documents,
too.
including this one, and then swore his entire crew to silence.
Yeah, so
You
this...
see, Drake discovered something on that voyage, Sully. Something so secret and so valuable, they couldn't risk it getting out.
All right, Nate, just pretend for a minute that I don't really care about any of that stuff and cut to the chase, would you?
Man only interested in the climax. He must be a real hit with the ladies.
Never had any complaints.
Okay, then. I'll jump to the good part, just for you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Huh?
El goddamn Dorado.
He was onto something big, all right.
Does it say anything else?
Oh, so now you're interested, huh?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, no. Last page was torn out. I'm telling you, Sully. This is it. This is finally it.
Yeah. Only... we got one little problem.
Yes, that's what I said. It blew up.
The goddamn golden.
No, that's why we have insurance, right? Oh. Oh no, the camera? No, the camera's fine. Don't worry about the camera. No. Still as good as new.
Sully, the girl can hold her own. You should have seen her.
Fine. You go on out there and you tell her, we just found the lost city of gold. Maybe her producer can get it on the air tonight.
Oh, come on.
Nate, do you trust me?
More or less.
Good. Because we're going to have every two-bit scumbag in the world racing us to this treasure unless we cut her loose right now.
You're a real gentleman, Sully.
I know. It stinks. She'll get over it.
No, I don't care for over budget. I mean, do you realize that this could be like the biggest story of the year? Hi. No, I don't trust him, okay? That's why we need to move fast. So just get me the camera crew, and I promise you that... Son of a bitch. Hey! Should have seen that one coming. Ugh.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, kid. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah, you weren't too old for that little barmaid in Lima, were you?
Ha! Well, that was different.
No,
Although I must
no, he
admit,
doesn't.
equally as strenuous.
I mean, he might have put on a clean shirt, but he's probably been crawling through the jungle for a half
hey
hour.
there, old
Doesn't
timer.
stay clean for long.
We're just about there.
You know, this reminds me. I ever tell you about the time I pawned a phony 16th century Santo off on Pablo Escobar? Risky move, but by the time he figured it out, I was... Maybe
Yeah.
you haven't listening to me.
Ethan's shirt always stayed clean through the entirety of Resident Evil 7. See, contrast. We're doing contrasts. Parallels between the games. It's all connected. See, I'm a cinematic god. I'm an auteur.
You really think Francis Drake came all the way up here, huh? We're an awful long way from England.
I mean, is college credit worth anything is the real question, though. I'd say not, probably. The stream's worth college credit, but college credit for an arts degree, like a film degree, is not worth anything.
According to this, we're right on top of the mark.
Maybe you're not reading that thing right. Let me see it.
No, this is the place.
There's nothing here, Nate. The goddamn dead end.
Easy, Sully. Just relax. Let's take a look around.
I don't even know what you mean, but okay.
Man, this is like trying to find a bride in a brothel. Hell no. This is more like it.
Oh yeah, ruins. We're on the right track.
This is Incan?
Nah, it's older than that. Like 2,000 years older.
Huh.
No, it wouldn't be easy to find a bride in a brothel. What are you talking about? I mean, yeah, actually it would, because a bride would be dressed appropriately. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, actually. When you think about it, that metaphor doesn't really hold up, or that simile, because finding a bride in a brothel actually wouldn't be that hard when
Nothing yet.
when you say it like that.
Be careful up there.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something funny about the ground down there.
I definitely don't think strumpets wear white.
It's hollow. We gotta find a way to smash through this.
Is this what the streams are going to become? Is just poking holes in Sully's similes and metaphors?
Good work, kid.
It can be a part of these streams for sure.
I need the flashlights for this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay, first question. Where do these bats come from? I mean, this place was pretty much just deeply underground until, like... Okay, well, no, there's places where sunlight gets in, so yeah, the bats can come in from here.
What a warm and homey place, huh?
Well, not quite what you were expecting, huh?
Yeah. Where's all the damn gold?
Yeah, this place was picked clean centuries ago.
No good limey pirate.
No, it wasn't Drake. Check this out. Looks like the Spanish got here before he did.
The G in gold is for gay rights.
What the hell, Sully?
Nate, I'm not looking for a lousy piece of tin. I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. I was really counting on this one.
Too many big bar tabs in Lima, I guess.
That and, well, just a few bad deals.
Yeah, well, I always told you to stay away from the bad guys. And the bad girls.
Yeah? Look who's talking.
What's that supposed to mean?
That reporter? I saw the way you were eyeing her.
Elena? Please. I snuffed any chance with her the second we ditched her on that dock.
All's fair in love and war, kid.
And what if you can't tell the difference?
Then, my friend, you are in big trouble. Those Spaniards sure left a lot of crap behind. Careful, Nate. That's quite a drop. Ha, that'll work.
It's very convenient that that barrel of black powder that was left dry for that was somehow remained dry for centuries despite being directly underneath a skylight in a rainforest somehow was perched right next to this convenient pillar that would just explode and drop just in that perfect way. Very lucky, Drake. Very lucky. Seriously though, this is a rainforest. Like, and the barrel's right underneath this hole. It would have been like soaking wet for hours and hours on end before it would even get dry.
Here, let me do that. I'll hold it open. See if you can jam it from the other side.
All right, let go. This ought to hold it. Hurry, Sully!
That was a little too close. Let's hope this place has a back door, huh?
I mean, the thing about Indy is that, well, Indy was in the 30s, and B, Indy wasn't really there to respect the sanctity of the site itself. He just wanted to respect the treasures and bring them to a museum so he could protect their, he wasn't even really protecting them because they were safe where they were anyways. He wasn't trying to protect them, he was just putting them in America so Americans could look at them. Very, very classic.
Oh, this looks familiar. I think there's something in Drake's journal about this.
Yeah, he just wanted to bring him to a museum so he could be like, the people should look at this.
Looks like this thing is some kind of lamp or brazier.
I want people to look at this piece of gold that was a religious object to these natives I just stole it from. That's literally the cold open of Indiana Jones 1. Is just, I've just stolen this golden artifact from some natives who worship it as some kind of god, just so people can stare at it in a museum.
We gotta figure a way to clear this debris.
I mean, I'd say treasure hunting just isn't a respectful job in general.
Nice.
Because, I mean, usually treasures exist in these kinds of temples for a reason.
Nate? I might have been able to do that 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's like these treasures exist as religious objects in these places for a very good reason. It's because people aren't supposed to go looking for them, and whatever society they came from is better left to stay buried. Really, no matter how you slice it, it's kind of just... No matter how you slice it, it's not really very ethical to go stealing religious artifacts from places, regardless of how abandoned they are. Oh no, I think that's one of the things I like about the Uncharted series, is that never at any point in the games does it presents Nate as the protagonist, but it never presents him as a, hey, this is somebody who is doing something moral or ethical. He's a decent guy, sure, but it's like he doesn't exactly work. He's not exactly like a mission worker or something like that, or like he doesn't feed the homeless. This dude is out stealing things. Yeah, exactly. If you want to experience ancient cultures, just when you come to these temples, just like tell somebody, set up like a museum here, take pictures. But yeah, you shouldn't be handling something that old, nor should you be removing it from its place of worship. Yeah, just set up like an ancient Aztec historical site or a museum or something like that.
Wait, I recognize these symbols. The order of these
The cool criminals. There's criminals, and then there's the cool kind of criminals. Yes, exactly like Martha Stewart. So it's weird octagon thingy, man with stick, spider, and then the moon from Majora's Mask. Octagon.
Hey, something's happening.
I think man with stick was over here. No, that's spider. Spider. That's the moon from Majora's Mask. Here is man with stick. Spider. Ooh. Yeah, he just kind of turned around suddenly. Like, what you doing there, bud? Whoa.
Pretty deep.
Like my
There's
ass!
a ladder cut into the side. Wait here while I check it out.
All right, just be careful. Hey, watch your step down there.
Whoa. What? A strange ancient contraption.
Okay, getting somewhere.
Now, don't tell me you're gonna swim in that.
I've been in worse.
Monka S.
I'm really wet.
I'm wet! I do have to say I'm really impressed by how high Nathan can jump from a ledge.
I made it! I'm on the other side!
Can you get this open?
Nah, she was at a dock. She had a phone. She's gonna be fine. Relax, dude. She'll be all right.
I've got this one.
This looks safe.
Time for a Crash Bandicoot segment. I didn't jump, so his face just hit the wall. I've played this game many times before. Whoops. But this part I don't exactly remember the best. Like I just remember doing... I remember the set piece. But... I mean, I also have really good intuition. But I do remember the set piece, I just don't remember the general direction you're supposed to take.
I made it! I'm okay!
Now it looks like we're getting somewhere.
After
Maybe.
that, we better be.
Cutscene time. Oh, I've played about 3 times of each game, except 4. I have never actually played 4. I saw a playthrough of 4, but I've never actually played 4 myself.
Huge gold statue. And look here, these people, they're worshipping the damn thing. At least, I think they're people.
Of course. El Dorado, the Golden Man. Sully, it wasn't a city of gold. It was this. It was a golden idol.
Man, can you imagine what that thing would be worth now?
Look over here. Tracks. I bet the Spanish dragged it out on cut logs. We're 400 years late for this party.
So the trail's cold.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Son of a bitch.
Unless
Unless what?
we follow the tracks.
Nah, I saw one word. I mean, damn, it's one word.
Huh. They stop here.
Yeah, it looks like the back wall of the temple was blown out.
Yeah. Spaniards must have made themselves a shortcut to get the treasure out.
Well, now what?
Now I climb some things.
Wait, Sully, do you hear that?
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
My God.
Not just any boat.
I'll be damned.
Must have come up the river during flood season and gotten stuck. Let's check it out, huh?
No, wait. Something about this feels kind of hinky.
Hinky. You act like you've never seen a German U-boat in the middle of the jungle before.
I'm being serious, Nate.
I tell you what, why don't you stay here? I'll check it out myself. I'll call you if I run into any Nazis.
Yeah, right. You do that.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Hold on to this for me, will you? Okay.
Not Nazi spelled with capital N. Renee Uncharted Drake's Fortune writers confirmed for white supremacist Nazi apologists. You pretty much just described JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, whether you know it or not.
Looks like you're gonna have to monkey across those cliffs to get into the U-boat.
There's a lot of romantic tension in this scene with a Nazi. Yeah, wow, racist? You just said romantic things about Nazis. What the hell, man? I just said romantic things about Nazis because I'm racist. Oh, yeah, that is also racist. Everything is problematic. Poor Blormatic. We've all become poor Blormatic now. I love the asterisks. That's always so funny to me. Well, you should feel advertiser unfriendly because you're racist.
A long way down.
He dummy nim. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude jumps so high for just like being on the edge of a cliff. Like, he really kicks off every time he takes a jump from hanging on a wall or a ledge or something. Whoa, okay, I pushed circle twice like an idiot. And those thighs, too. Those thighs will help him kick off the wall. Like when he's using his feet to hang as well. He's just a powerful dude.
You should be able to drop right down into the U-boat from there.
There's a thing here. Yeah, he stands on the end and it's just enough to throw it over the edge and it just falls. Credits roll.
Oh, that's funny.
I was gonna make the tetanus shot joke. Damn it, Sully.
Okay,
Let me be funny on my
What do
own.
you see?
something nasty happened to these guys. There's blood everywhere. And soup.
What?
I'm at the soup store. He's at the soup U-boat. The soup boat. It's the boat full of soup. Hey, Disaster, it's another romantically tense scene. There's romantic tension between Drake and this Nazi corpse.
I think the trail just got warm again.
How so?
Well, I just met a guy with pockets full of Spanish gold. Only the coins are stamped with a mint mark I've never seen before.
You're kidding me.
Looks like our German friends had a little secret.
I mean, I don't think so. That's not the only time Greek architecture has been used before. The U.S. aren't the only ones who use Greek architecture in our government buildings. Does tetanus spread by water even? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it only spreads directly through contact with a rusty object into your bloodstream. Ah, you're right. Rust particles can get in the water. Thank you. That's helpful.
I'm in the captain's quarters. Get this. He's still here.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, it looks like he was killed. Ripped to shreds, actually. Oof, what a way to go.
Yeah, sounds terrible. Take his wallet.
You're all hearts, Sully.
His fingernails... I mean, his fingernails would have... Oh, wait, no. Your fingernails look like they're still grow because when he decomposed, the moisture left his body and his fingers, the skin on his fingers shrunk, which made his fingernails look like they grew, but they didn't.
UK 2642. Gotcha.
Are you alright?
I was thinking, it's like, wait a minute, why are his fingernails long? And then I was like, hang on.
Try me.
I think I found our missing page.
You're kidding.
It looks like Drake and our German pals were after the same treasure. And I've got the map that's gonna lead us
Same
right
reason
to
it looks like hair grows.
This better not be another wild goose chase. We've got to get something out of this trip
Or what? Sully? You there? Sullivan?
These remasters look really nice, though, I gotta say. His 5 o'clock shadow is so lovingly rendered.
That's probably bad.
Amazing that the explosives in that torpedo are still managed to stay armed and active after all this time.
Hello.
Hey! Friends of yours, Sully?
I'm Gabriel Roman.
Yeah, I know who you are, asshole.
Manners, young man. This is just business.
Get over there. Easy. Put your hands up. Hi, they're up.
See, your friend owes me money, Mr. Drake. A lot of money. So when he told me that you two were onto something big, the find of a lifetime, he said, well, I was intrigued. But he's made grand promises before, haven't you, Victor? And here we are again.
Look at that fucking widow's peak.
Fool's errand.
Jeez, does he always go on like this?
Take it easy, Navarro. So, I'm afraid the time is up. Unless, of course, you found something in there, Mr. Drake, that might compensate for all this unpleasantness. He's screwing with you, Nate. They heard everything. Just give him the map.
Slowly. What does a Kriegsmarine map have to do with El Dorado?
What, you think this is a coincidence? The Germans were after the same treasure. That map has something to do with it. So, we're square? For now. But just in case you need a reminder... Hey, come on, leave him out of it.
Yeah, don't you guys usually just cut off a finger or something?
That's far too vulgar. No, I think this will hurt him a bit more.
Now, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on, Roman. He's got nothing to do with...
Sully! Sully! You son of a bitch!
I actually remember really liking this scene.
Stop him!
Whoa there, cowboy. That's for leaving me at the dock.
What the hell are you doing here?
Listen, I'm a good enough reporter to follow a couple of no-luck tomb robbers.
He went this way. I'll radio ahead. Well, you're down to one tomb robber now. Sully's dead.
What?
Yeah. And we're next if we don't get out of here.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Please tell me you have a gun.
Of course.
Gun time.
All right, come on.
Drake! Okay.
I'm gonna just sit here and just punch this dude. Have a little punch up. I forgot they probably didn't add the stealth mechanics until, like, what, the second game.
You always seem to be getting shot at.
They're shooting at you too, you know.
Give me that.
Over there.
Whoa.
AK time. I feel like the guns are in Uncharted 2 are the most satisfying to use. I haven't played Uncharted 4 yet, so I don't know how the gunplay in that one feels yet, but I'd say Uncharted 2 has my favorite gunplay of the 3 games that I've played so far. Fun fact, by the way, most AKs you see nowadays aren't actually AK-47s. They're mostly AK-74s. Like, there's still a lot of AK-47s, but there's still a lot of them now are AK-74s and AKMs that are that you see now. The AKM being the more updated version of an AK-47.
Tell you later.
I think this is probably closer to an AKM. You can look up the difference if you want.
He's over there.
I mean, here's a fun fact for you. There are probably more productions of AK variants in Africa than there are drinkable gallons of drinkable water.
Never a dull moment, huh?
Just keep your head down. These guys aren't messing around.
Oh. I'm Ratred. I'm Ratred.
There we go.
Oh, it just put me at the checkpoint anyways. You know, contrary to popular belief, most body armors can't stop multiple bullets, especially from a rifle. So that's why you're taught to aim center mass, is just because eventually you'll just kill someone if you're using like a mid-range rifle, like a 5.56 or a 7.62 rifle. Especially with an AK, because AKs are pretty much designed for... AKs are designed for combat all around. Oof. Yeah, nothing shy of an actual flak jacket can save you from multiple rounds. From a long arm. From a long rifle. At least one, as long as it's in a medium caliber. If it's in like a short caliber or a low caliber, you might fare a little bit better, but yeah. Generally body armor. Yeah. There are also those armors with that are made from steel plating and stuff.
Over here, I think. Yeah, this way.
But still, any protection you can get against bullets, because something like
Well, I do seem to attract the scum of the earth. No offense.
None taken.
Do you have a good memory?
Yeah, why?
UK 2642. You got that?
Yeah, what is it?
It's Kriegsmarine coordinates. I think I know where the Spanish took El Dorado.
El Dorado?
The problem is, so that the bastards killed Sully. Damn it! If the Spanish found the treasure, they had to move it there, to that island. And Drake followed them.
Well, what are we waiting for? I'll get the story, and you get whatever it is you're after. Come on.
Hey, this isn't gonna be a vacation, you know.
I can take care of myself. Besides, you owe me one.
I suppose I do.
We're on the trail of the lost treasure of El Dorado, and it's brought us here to this tiny island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Let's get a closer look. I hope we're the first ones here.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, oh, damn it.
In Spanish gold? Or does the island have darker secrets in store for us? That should keep him from changing the channel. Whoa! What the hell was that?
An anti-aircraft fire? This is so not cool!
Oh crap! We're on fire!
Enough with the damn camera! We gotta bail out!
Hate it when I'm on fire.
Do they even have parachutes?
Now would be a good time to look!
I hope these things still work.
We'll find out in a second.
I hate it when my engine's on fire.
Of course! You just jump, count to 5, and pull the cord. Now go!
Are you coming?
Kind of busy right now. Get going!
See you on the ground?
Right behind you!
Yeah. Okay.
What am I doing? Okay, you just jump, count to 5, and pull the cord.
There's not even a buckle on that to keep the straps from falling off your arms. Come on.
Oh crap!
Oh, there is. There is. I just didn't see it.
Shit.
Me at my sleep paralysis demons at 2 in the morning. Ah, shit.
Strangers trying to kill me, leave my map on a burning plane. Plane is missing. Most likely dead. That's great. Great start, Nate.
Oh, yeah, so what I was just trying to finish that thought from before is, I mean, anything that can really help you, even if it doesn't necessarily stop a bullet, but something that might, say, keep you from being seriously injured if you get, like, nicked by a bullet or glanced by one. Anything that helps. You're still better off wearing armor than not wearing armor, or any better off wearing a helmet than not wearing a helmet. Or with one of the Paul brothers. Yeah. You're on the... yeah, you're on the plane with, like, Logan Paul or Jake Paul, and they're like, yo, man, we're about to die. Oh, my God. You want to stand next to the dead guy? And then Jake or Logan Paul or whatever ends up on this island. They get bitten by a poisonous snake and they die, and then everybody's happy. Because we never have to see the Paul brothers ever again. Seriously, I don't understand the appeal of internet douchebags. Why do people like them? What is the reason people like internet douchebags for? Like these fucking hype beasts like the Paul brothers and Rice Gum. Who the fuck likes these people? I fucking hate Rice Gum in particular. Like, the Paul brothers are bad enough, but Rice Gum's just fucking terrible. He's obnoxious. No treasure here. And what psychological flaw is that, may I ask? Because I'm interested in this conversation now. Catharsis. What? I mean... Is...
Here they come.
Yeah, but the Paul brothers don't ever seem to suffer. They're just asshole hype beasts. They have so much money, and they just keep making more money, and they're never gonna stop making money. Oh, you're saying... Oh, you're saying, the appeal of seeing them die on an island. Yeah, I was talking about the Paul brothers in general and what the appeal of that would be. Of just like, who watches the Paul brothers. But yes, obviously, I would watch them die on an island. That'd be cathartic as fuck. I would love watching that. He's like... still got the camera. He's like, oh god, I've just been bitten by a snake. Oh my god. Oh, it's starting to get dark. I can't feel my legs anymore. Oh god. Oh god, YOLO, YOLO, and then he dies. And everybody's happy. I wonder how the Paul brothers mom actually feels about them. She probably like says to herself every day, I raised a couple of pieces of shit. That, or she is a rich piece of shit and she's projected their ideas of how people work onto them. In that case, she'd still be happy because then she would just have less people to share her money with. Yeah, I was gonna say, she's probably fucking, like, is stuck in a rehab center in Florida somewhere. Because I have to say, there is no way... This is the thing, I think, I need to think about this for a moment. This is the thing about people like them, is it's usually the parents. They had to have gotten that from, like, their parents or something. Because it's like... There is no way they would have such a divorced concept of how to properly treat people or how to be a human unless they had parents who also didn't know how to, like, treat other human beings. Yeah, so I'm probably there with you. Their mom's probably stuck in some rehab center for like the 50th time in her life for relapsing into like some coke addiction or something. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Paul brothers were some fucking college frat boy assholes at some party school who probably raped a girl and got away with it. It seems to be the kind of environment they'd come from. Je suis raton. Raton, sorry. What does that mean? Or is it retourné? Oh, you've returned. Je suis retourné. Yeah. I know you say that a lot when we hang out in person, so... It's just sweet. Yeah, I remembered that you pronounce the E if it's got the thing over it. So yeah, it's je suis retourné. I'm learning. I've learned a lot of. I've learned a lot about the French syntax through you. I think that's one of the things that interests me most about languages is all their different syntaxes.
There he is! He's over here! I see him! Get him!
Oh, man.
I'm in my sights! You're dead! You're dead, Bongset! Ow!
Claims to be pro killing people, dies himself. Claims to be pro-life, dies anyways. That will and forever will be the funniest thing, the funniest moment of former Justice Scalia's life is the time where he died and people made the pro-life jokes about him. Funniest joke about Justice Scalia was made posthumously, or posthumously, whatever. For some reason, that joke is like 10 times funnier reading it in French.
I see him!
Oh, hello.
You're already dead! Move! Fire! You're mine, asshole!
Oh, boy.
I say the late game is where most of these games pick up because that's where all the good guns come in, all the really fun ones.
Oh, no, don't!
Yeah, nice try. Whoa, this dude's a tank. Wow, this dude also survived that. What a monster. The melanin blocks the bullets. The blacker you are, the more bullets you can tank. I think it was once like confirmed in an interview or something with one of the devs, or like one of the directors of the game that that when Nathan when like the screen goes gray and all that, Nathan never actually takes any bullets in these games. It's just that that's sort of like a luck thing, and when he finally goes down, that's his luck running out and him actually getting hit by a bullet. But all those, like, when the screen goes gray and everything, that's just near misses or something like that. It's just a nice way to basically say Nathan can't take a single bullet, but all the bad guys can. He just never actually gets hit. It looks like he does, but he doesn't. That was a fun little shooty segment. It was fun doing gun things. Oh, I guess we're not done with gun. Hey. Yeah, what was that? You want to finish that one? Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of... Ooh, the shotgun's really gratifying, I must say. Killing men for treasure. So, Disaster, remember when you were like, Angry War Man uses his Angry War Gun to kill other Angry War Men, or something like that? Or it's like Angry War Man uses his Angry War Gun. Well, this game is basically just Angry Treasure Man uses his Angry Treasure Gun. You know what? For every shooter from now on, I'm going to name, for every shooter I play from now on, or any game involving guns, that's going to be the title of the stream, is Angry Something Man uses his Angry Something Gun. Like when I do my Half-Life 2 M-Mod stream, that's just going to be Angry Science Man uses his Angry Science Gun. Thank you for that. That's great. I'm glad you gave me these ideas. This is why you're here. This is why I have you. I mean, even for Fist of the North Star, it can just be Angry Kung Fu Man uses his Angry Kung Fu fists. You're such a fucking child, kung fu. Fuck you. Oh yeah, just punch, punch, explosion, then skulls. I don't know what that is. I guess it's just a Kappa Pride classic. The fucking ragdoll! Oh god, these ragdolls never get old. Oh yeah, that's kind of the thing, is Nate is extremely lucky. Again, it was confirmed in like a dev interview that he never actually takes any bullets. All this red screen stuff going on is just him being super lucky and not getting hit. Not everybody's red homestuck, dude. You can't make those jokes with everybody. I mean, I've read it, but only I get those jokes and those references. Yeah, Nate's just extreme. I mean, Nate's probably good. Like, he's probably, you know, like, he's probably good. He's just also lucky. It's probably a combination of both. I'd wager. I'd wager. It's not everybody's thing. It's a commitment, I'd say, and it's not everybody's thing, and it's good, but it's not like I'd say not everybody's gonna appreciate it. But, yeah, I think one of the big things is just it's such a huge commitment.
Oh, man.
Ah! Oh shit. Here we go again. Dun, 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 dun. I'm happy. I'm in a bed. Or as I'm feeling glad. Man, I can't concentrate on singing lyrics while I'm doing this. Got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless in a bag. Everything's just, every other line is just in a bag. Clint Eastwood, but every other line is in a bag. Yeah, I gotcha. I just started thinking about Clint Eastwood, though. See, I actually kind of like hard mode because it makes you think more strategically about each enemy you're going to take down before you know, go on the attack. I like it a lot, actually, because it's like, okay, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to wait for that guy over the other side to pop up so I can hit him with the shotgun. I like that. Oh, what are you doing, Drake? What are you doing? What are you doing? What do? What do? Ah. That's not always fun, though, when you're pushing the guard, the take cover button and he doesn't fucking take cover. Oh, that's just a piece of the wreckage. That's not even a dude. Hang on, let me see if I can do Monka S. Or was it this? I think it might be a Twitch Prime thing. I don't know. This is inconvenient. I need ammunition. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. 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 Fuck you. Yeah, you can only get it using better Twitch TV. Fuck you. Alright, this is gonna be a little rough, because, I'm using a shotgun right now. God, the fucking cover system in the first game is so fucking clunky. Jesus Christ. These grenades fucking suck. Can't kill these guys for shit. That's right, push up, push up, push up, closer. There we go. Thank you. Making the best with what I got. Casually put.
Boy.
Just casually push up on some dude and just blow him away. It's very unfortunate that you can only get Monk S through better Twitch, but I guess they gotta give you some kind of incentive to buy their program. I'm amazed that map didn't blow out at any point during that crash. Nate really is just the luckiest man.
Oh no. Lena.
Oh, fuck off. This is why I don't like hard modes and cover shooters usually. But, I mean, again, I'm into it because I like that it makes me think more strategically about how I'm going to go about these fights. Grab the rope. The rope. The rope. The rope. Thank you. Fuck off. Oh my god. Yeah, I see that one. Gamer time. The G in gamer stands for gay rights. Good ragdoll.
Oh man.
More fighting. Look at this fucking stupid half tuck. Look at his dumb jeans. He wears a pirate belt buckle. Look at this man. Look at this fucking cheesecake of a man. He wears a fucking pirate belt buckle. What a fucking corn dog.
watch where I'm going.
Most unfortunate.
Hang on, Elena.
Again, man's got powerful fucking thighs to make those kinds of jumps.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I can see that one too. I see that one too. Boof. Dog noise. One okay dog. That's an okay dog. Please die. Please die. Thank you. Nope, not dead. Okay, fine. Oh. Yikes. I ran into a trap. That was fucking upsetting. Gun, gun, gun. Angry Treasure Man uses his angry treasure gun. Ammunition.
That's good help.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Here we go.
Alright, have fun. Thanks for stopping in. It was fun having you. I mean, you can go do someone else as well if you want. Nobody said you couldn't do someone else. As long as they're consenting. Tiny mushroom cloud. This dude was safely taking cover behind the trap. As you do. Dun. How do you set these things off? Oh, this one's already been set off. This one hasn't. Okay. That's how you do it. Probably a treasure up here. Yep. Skipping gaily through the ancient Aztec death fields or whatever.
You have to be kidding.
What part? What's your favorite part?
Eyes ahead, don't look down.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Especially in HD, for sure.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and then you get into fights on your way up the tower. It's cool. I like it. Now that you've reminded me, I'm like, yeah, this is shit, dude. This is a good part.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Wasn't I just out here?
Stupid fucking ragdolls every time. Gets me every fucking time, dude. Oh, do I have to climb up even higher? Fuck off. I gotta climb higher on the vine. There we go.
window.
Oh, sweet. Got yeah, that's a mini Uzi. I was trying to think, like, is that a Mac or a Mini? Because they're tiny Macs as well, like tiny Mac 10s. So that's the profile of a mini Uzi. Wait a minute, this thing's firing from a closed bolt. What the fuck? That's not how these things work.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not from a closed bolt. What is this thing? Oh yeah, you get extra ammo pickups for doing brutal takedowns. This music's really banging, I gotta say. Yeet! These ragdolls, these 2006 ragdolls are so great. Damn, this game's 13 years old now. Nolan North's had a long fucking career. This is a fucking bomb-ass launch title for the PS3, though. Oh, that's what they're using. They're using little Makarovs. PM, as in like PMM, Makarov. Those Russians and their kooky pistols. That makes sense. How come... Well, I know why I never identified these things as Makarovs. It's because I was only really, like, getting into guns after I had already played this game a few times, so I didn't know back then what I know now. Guns are radical, by the way. You should... I legitimately think people should learn more about them, because they are fucking cool. And, you know, it's... A lot of people are frightened by them, and I get that, but it's like, it's not about... It's not about what they do, it's how you use them. I think that just kind of goes without saying, but a lot of people seem to forget that simple fact. Like, yes, they are an instrument of death, but how you facilitate that death and to what end is entirely up to you. And whether you use that for good or for evil is up to what you use the instrument for. But the instrument itself is not is not evil, and in fact, they are quite fascinating. Especially when you look at some of the things the Russians have done with, like, have you seen the fucking AN-94? That thing is fucking weird, dude. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to go up here. Like, legitimately, though, if you've never seen an AN-94, like, look at that thing. Because it uses an internalized pulley mechanism.
No sign of her.
Which is weird. And it also has an internally floating reciprocating barrel. So the barrel actually, like, floats inside the gun. So when you fire it, it bounces back and forth. It's nuts. Like, the barrel itself will blast backwards. It's like a recoil mitigation sort of system.
What the hell's she doing?
Hello?
Buka Pintu!
Siapa ini? Bicara sekarang.
Sialano! Cepatan, buka pintu! Ah, tai! It worked! There he is! Up there! Get on the gun! Oh boy.
Ooh, gimme, 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 gimme. Yes, please. Smith & Wesson, thank you. Oh. I didn't realize there was a guy behind me. He was just kind of hanging out there. there any sneaky boys trying to sneak up on me? Oof. So satisfying. Where'd your gun go? Gun flew off somewhere. Hello? Gun? Gun with extra ammo for me, please? Did it actually, like, fly all the way up onto the next flight of stairs? I'd be fucking amazed. It didn't. Then where'd it go? Fuck, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. I was just very satisfied with that brutal brawl, and I wanted to reap the benefits of my reap the reward. Ooh, ooh, that's no good.
This could help.
Legitimately, grenade launchers are some of my favorite weapons in any game. I love, like, AoE weapons like that. Anything with, like, a big splash radius.
Could use a good plumber. Son of a bitch, where did they all come from?
Oh, come on, I really missed that shot. What the fuck? All these valuable bullets I just spent. All those valuable 44 rounds. See, nothing beats Russian engineering. AK Master Race. AK and Makarov. Hey, be nice to HK. HK makes some fucking bomb-ass guns. Unless you're referring to Nazi war tech, in which case Nazi war tech is over-engineered as fuck. But even Nazi shit's really cool. I think we need to be nice to all guns.
Sweet. This is what I'm talking about.
Hey. You know what? You can quote me on that. The Nazis made some cool shit. The Nazis weren't cool themselves, but they made some cool shit. Their war machine churned out some radical technology. I'm not afraid to literally state historical facts. But history is racist. This has been a very strange stream. No, give me my Mossberg back. Thank you. It was still pretty radical for its time. I mean, in small arms tech, absolutely not. The Germans pretty much had the best small arms even through the end of the war, besides the Russians having the PPSH. But the MP40, the Sturmgewehr, and the MG42 were all, like, leaps ahead of everything else the Allies had, almost. The MG42 especially, like, German machine gun encampments were rightfully feared in World War II because the MG42s were insane. I'd say the Russians had them beat in tanks, though, by like 43, for sure. They had their ups and their downs. They had their positives and their negatives, but their small arms tech was insanely good. I think I'm going to call it there, but as a last point of note, though, there's a reason most of the former engineers from Mauser later went on to reconglomerate under Heckler and Koch, because the German technicians and engineers who worked on the small arms, like, it cannot be overstated just how, like, just how good their small arms engineering was, which is why Heckler and Koch today is one of the biggest small arms manufacturers in the world, is just because even back then they made quality shit, and they still make quality shit today. But you are right that a lot of the technological leaps were overstated, like their tanks, but if we're just talking guns, small arms, which is what I was referring to, I mean, there's all kinds of cool shit out there. I was just making a joke because my my funny, not really. One of the reasons Heckler and Koch is used by so many militaries is because their shit's cheap, and they run them through a lot of tests, and in those tests they're usually picked because they're the least likely to get stoppages. Like the 416 carbines that like pretty much all of Europe uses now. They all use those because they're pretty much run really well with really minimal stoppages. Oh, World War II era. Yeah, I mean, back then though, that was the price you pay. You get really quality guns, but it's hard to make, expensive to make, and the price to pay with having an MG42 was that it ran really fucking hot, and that made it way more likely to break down or cook off. But for its time, it was impressive. And, you see the C96 Mauser with that fucking insane Chinese puzzle box locking system, and you're like, Jesus Christ, these guys were on something else. Those old C96 pistols are insane to look at. But, you look at that World War II tech, you look at stuff like the Sturmgewehr, and the MP40 and all this shit they made in World War II era, and that carried forward. It's alright. And that carried forward with a lot of their designs, and it moved forward and forward throughout history, or throughout the design process of Heckler and Koch, and till today they kept building off of those previous Nazi era designs. So it was so new back then in World War II, which is why it was expensive and more likely to break down. But they had a really good foundation that the future engineers at Heckler and Koch could build off of in spades. Indeed they were. German engineering, yeah. It's impressive, honestly. And, good on Heckler and Koch. They took those previous designs and they've been running with them. They've, from those old Mauser designs in the late 1800s to Mauser revolutionizing and modernizing. And that's kind of the thing is Heckler and Koch did with the German design, the old Nazi designs, is they re-simplified them in a lot of ways. For a lot of things, like with the pistols, they brought the pistols back to a more refined and simpler design. The rifles, the G3, one of the most famous guns in European history throughout the Cold War. It was, again, it was an evolution on the Sturmgewehr by taking a step back. And that is something, is that the machining of the time was so difficult, Yeah, like with those locking mechanisms in the C96, those were like had to be handcrafted or molded, or there was something you had to do for it. You had to hand machine it somehow, because they didn't have the automated machining like we have today. But even now, with the automated machining we have today, Heckler and Koch HK just looked at those designs and they were like, These are fucking stupid. These are way too advanced. These are way too complicated, too expensive to make, and we're gonna dial it back to something simpler and something that'll run better and cheaper. That's the thing, is simpler is better. The less moving parts you have, the better. HK learned from those old Nazi designs by saying, hey, look at all this shit, we're gonna sweep it off the table, just go back to simpler designs. Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything in the East was, you know... Yep, absolutely. And that's the thing, is I think everybody learned from Russian tech. The AK-47 was a lesson to the world for how to make your rifles. Is, you know, keep it simple, minimize moving parts, make it run relatively well, make it sturdy, stamp it with sheet metal, reduce the machining process. Yeah, like just reduce the machining process, reduce the moving parts, make it environment tight, like make it, you know, resistant to mud, sand, water. Just simplify it. You know, I'm. Have you ever seen like some of the guns, Sig from? Have you ever seen the guns from Sig, from Switzerland? They actually combine East and West designs. So like, a Sig rifle is like half AK and half G3. It's kind of crazy. You should take a look at them sometime. Those SIG rifles are like something else, really. They're good designs. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna call it for the night. I love how this conversation invariably ended up going to World War II tech, as it fucking always does with when we start talking about AKs. Yeah, so... Oh, I do want to say, though, I think one of the smartest things that the Germans did do right with their MG42s was, which they carried forward, which HK carried forward with all their LMG designs, was interchangeable barrels. Being able to quickly remove a barrel and put in a new one when your current barrel is running too hot was like one of their biggest advancements. Anyways, that's it for the night. More on this, more of this video game this weekend, probably. So yeah, have a good night, and we will see more of Angry Treasure Man uses his angry treasure gun next time.